All right, hello. I'm going to do a continuation of the story from Monday. So Mysore, India, my first yoga class, Visha Shadre. He's just come over to tell me to stop closing my eyes. And the next thing he says, and I wish I would remembered exactly what it was. It may have been something like breathe. And it's funny, like, one of my early yoga teachers, he used to always say, we don't do any of that fancy breathing, which is kind of always confused by that. But people had said breathe, but it was never that specific. And well, I believe I was still in Warrior 2 when he had said, open the eyes. And I think he grabbed my hand for me to look at the eyes because his communication was done mostly with his hands. But he said, breathe. And he grabbed my throat, which was a little intense because not a lot of people grab people's throats randomly. But he was telling me, although we are breathing in the nose for ujjayi breath, that breathing is kind of vibrating with the restriction of the larynx and the restriction of the throat. It's kind of like throat breathing, but through the nose. That was, it was like these very first couple of moments of meeting this man, the way that he really got to the point of it. And I always like that because I like to get to the point. And recently there's a yoga teacher who's been asking me advice. And normally they want to know things like, how do I get people to come to my class like people come to your class? Which I don't think I thought about that much in the beginning, but what I did think about is how I can tell people the information in the most simplest way possible by collecting other people's information and also by being in situations where I didn't understand. And when I finally did understand, was able to try to take that information and put it out in a way that was understandable. If you understand. Thank you. We're going to start in a seated position. So I'm going to roll back a little bit. We're going to turn the feet in or cross the legs, whichever you want to do. We're going to put the hands on the knees. We've been doing this little opening sequence here a lot on Wednesdays, and we're going to continue. So the breathing is in the nose. If you want to do ujjayi type breath, there's a slight restriction of the throat and the larynx, but it's a conscious breathing, an on-purpose breathing, long and deep. So we're going to breathe in and we're going to reach the arms up. We're going to breathe out, bring the hands down and all the way up, breathing in again, breathing out all the way back down, breathing in all the way up, breathing out, back down. Breathing in all the way up, breathing out, back down. Couple more, breathing in all the way up, breathing out all the way back down. Breathing in, super long lungs up, breathing out, back down. Just one more, breathing in all the way up, breathing out, back down. Even though we're not raising the hands, continue the breathing. And with a long, straight spine, we're going to draw a circle on the ceiling with the crown of our head. And we'll continue that breathing. And you don't have to restrict the larynx, but just do the deep breathing in your nose. It'll have a huge impact on your practice and possibly on your life. Excellent. Let's go the opposite direction, please. Good, and back to center. So I've been doing this one on my own, and hopefully I'm getting better and better at describing it. And so we're going to put the palms forward, thumbs are pointing towards each other, wide hands. We're going to breathe in, bring them in, and then breathe out, palms forward, but thumbs out, and then breathe in, and then out, pushing out, and then back in. And keep doing that with the breath. So it's in, and then palms forward, and then in, and then palms with the fingers down, out. So we're switching which way the fingers point. Pointing to the floor, pull it in, pointing to the ceiling, pull it in, pointing to the floor, and connecting the breath to that. Just a couple more of these. This is what I'm going to call for my cell phone addiction, which I'm dealing with. Great, let's just take a moment. We're going to keep breathing. Just sitting here. And we're going to put the hands at the top of the mat. And we're going to step back to the top of our first plank. Top of push-up, belly and legs tight. And we're going to lower down, chaturanga, up dog, third eye looking, down dog on the out breath. Continue the breathing. You can bend one leg, push the opposite heel towards down, stepping a bit back and forth in place. You could stay still if you prefer. Good. Walk your way up to the top of the mat, feet together, fingers low. We look up. We forward fold. Let's engage the core, come all the way up to the ceiling, hands in prayer to the ceiling. We're coming down through the heart center. We're going to push into the earth. We're going to circle back up, breathing in. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We're going to look up, flatten the back. We're stepping again, top of push-up. Lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Very nice. If you like, up on the toes on the in-breath, down with the heels on the out-breath, or staying still, but continuing to breathe, looking at the knees with the navel. All right, walk or jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up, flatten the back, forward fold, engage the core again, all the way up to the sky, down through the heart center, pushing into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We look up, flatten the back. We step in again, top of push-up, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're going to breathe right here, long time today. All right, step hop, top of the mat, toes together. We look up, we forward fold. Let's come all the way up to the ceiling. Hands in prayer to the ceiling, pulling the core in and up, lengthening up through the fingers, maybe arching back. And then let's bring the arms right down at the sides. And we're going to keep going. Let's sit in chair. Good. Up over, forward folding again, fingers low. We look up, flatten the back. We step in again, top of push-up. Lower drop. Up dog, down dog, right foot stepping, warrior one, left foot turns out. We're coming back up, arms up. We're going to push the left foot into the mat and reach the left arm forward. We're going to hold this for a few breaths because I really like this one. Excellent. Touch the ceiling again. And yes, hands back down, stepping back, top of push-up, lower drop, up dog, down dog, and left foot stepping, right foot turns out. We're going to push the right foot into the mat. We're going to reach the right arm forward. We're going to stay here breathing, staring straight forward. All right, dogs are at the door. We touch the ceiling and then hands back down, step back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're going to stay right here, breathing, resting if you like. Step or jump to the top of the mat, feet together, fingers low, we look up. Forward fold, feet and knees together, sitting in chair, standing, shoulders back, tight core. Let's do a few more of those. We sit in chair again. Good, up over, forward folding, fingers low. We look up, we step back, top of push-up, lower drop, up dog, down dog. Right foot again, warrior one, left foot turns out. Back up, hands in prayer to the ceiling, lifting through the floor, through the core, to the heart, to the fingers. Excellent, hands back down, step back again, top push up, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And left foot stepping, right foot turns out. Back up, hands in prayer above the head, lengthening up. Still pushing a bit into that back foot. Great, hands back down, step back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're going to stay right here breathing. All right, step, jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up, we forward fold, feet and knees together, sitting in chair, standing, shoulders back, tight core. Couple more, we sit in chair again. Good, up over, forward folding. We look up, we step back, top of push-up, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Right foot again, warrior one, left foot turns out. Hands in prayer above the head, lengthening up, looking up, pulling the core in and up. You're welcome to arch back a little bit. Great, hands back down, step back, lower drop, up dog, down dog, and left foot stepping, right foot turns out, back up. Hands in prayer, lengthening up, lifting up through the core, maybe arching back. Great, hands back down, step back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. We're going to stay right here breathing. All right, step hop, top of the mat, toes together. We look up, we forward fold, feet and knees together, sitting in chair and standing. Let's do the last one with crescent, and I'll talk you through it. We're going to do a couple adjustments on crescent. Let's sit in chair again. Good, up over, forward folding. We look up, step back, top of push up, lower drop, up dog, down dog, right foot stepping, stay on the ball of the left foot for crescent and reach the arms up. So you can just stay here, but if you like, you can bounce a little bit, which really kind of stretches this part of the leg, the quad, a little bit more of that bouncing. And this quad tightness is very connected to the low back. So just a little bit of bouncing here. Great, hands down again, we step back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And left side stepping, stay on the ball of the right foot as best you can, then up, and then right into that bouncing again. We're bouncing kind of lightly, just breathing and bouncing. All right, hands back down, step back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're gonna stay right here. All right, step hop, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold, feet and knees together. We're gonna sit in chair or we're gonna stay in chair. Great, let's stand with the feet apart. We'll grab prayer or elbows and we'll let everything drop off of our back into the forward fold here. Good, engage the core, touch the ceiling all the way up, and then all the way back down, peace fingers under big toes. It's okay to bend the legs, elbows away from the ears, top of the head down. And up again to the ceiling. And back down, hands under feet from the front, so the toes touch the crease in the wrist. You can pull up on the feet a little bit if you like, head down, breathing. All right, please stand. Top of the mat, feet together, big toes touching, ankles apart. Let's take a couple of breaths right here, if you don't mind. And let's sit in chair. Great. Up, over, forward, folding. We're gonna look up, we step back, a top of push-up again, lower drop, up dog, down dog. Warrior two on the right, heel to heel align, wrist to wrist, knee over the ankle. Let's take several breaths here. If you push that back foot into the mat, kind of the outside edge of it, it really stretches through the bottom half of the leg here. We're going to drop the shoulders and hold the core, breathing, looking at the right hand. And straight the leg in the front for triangle. We're going to reach out a bit, right hand down, left arm up. And we're going to breathe here if possible, looking to the hand reaching up. Let's place both hands on the shin. We're going to shorten the stance a couple of inches. Keep the left hand down. Reach the right arm up. You can take the back of the left hand outside the leg. Lengthen the breath. Lengthen the back. Excellent. Hands back down. Step back. Lower drop. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, right foot turns out. Back up, warrior two again. I'm going to push my back foot into the mat again. Get that under the leg stretch there. Dropping the shoulders, holding the core, looking at the hand in the front, breathing in the nose. Good, straight that leg in the front, reach out a bit. And triangle on the other side here, left hand down, right arm up. And both hands on the shin. Let's shorten the stance a couple of inches. Keep that left hip in and get your twist. Pavrita Trikonasana, lengthen the breath, lengthen the spine. Great, hands down again, step back, lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Great, we're gonna breathe here a little bit. All right, step hop, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold. Feet on knees, sitting in chair, standing, shoulders back, tight core. Excellent. Let's continue. We sit in chair again. And up into the forward fold, fingers low. We look up, we step back, top of push up, lower drop, up dog, down dog. Warrior two again on the right, please. Back up with the arms out over the feet. Let's give it a moment. We'll lock that shoulder and drop the core. I'm sorry, lock the core, drop the shoulders. Whoops, I dyslexic that one. All right, right center forearm on the leg, left arm up and over. You could put the right hand down if you like, keep on breathing. Excellent. Back to warrior two. You can keep the back foot flat or the ball of the foot. We're swinging the left arm forward, elbow outside of the leg, hands in prayer towards the sternum, fingers toward the face. We're going to stay here. All right, hands back down, step back, lower and drop, up dog, lengthen everything, down dog. Left foot, please, right foot turns out, warrior two again. Let's see if I can do it this time. Drop the shoulders, lift the core. All right, forearm on the leg, right arm up and over. You can stay here, you can put the left hand down if you like. Back to warrior two. Whatever you did with the back foot on the last one, let's do the same. We're swinging that right arm through. Hands in prayer, pull in towards the chest, fingers to the face. We're breathing here. All right, hands down, we're stepping back. We lower and drop, up dog, and down dog. So I'm gonna step the right foot for a horse. You could step whichever foot you like so that you're facing the device. Toes splayed out, holding the roof. And we're gonna breathe right here. Great, straight the legs, turn the toes so they're running straight forward. We're reaching straight up and then straight down. Fingers down, hands down, head down. If it's very difficult, take the feet further apart. If it's very easy, maybe shorten it a little bit. So you get the length of the spine. Let's come back up. We're going to reach out to the ends of the fingers behind the back. We'll intertwine the fingers, pushing the palms together. We're going to look up and we're going to forward fold, lifting the arms up off the back right here. Good. Up again. Let's touch the sky. And then down again, we're going to grab shins, ankles, or big toes with the peace fingers, elbows pulling away from the ears, head down. Both hands over to the right, left shoulder under and through. And then please over to the other side, right shoulder under and through. Excellent. Let's come up to standing somewhere about the top of the mat. Let's just take a moment here again. So we're going to do this long balancing sequence. Take your time with it, skip what you like. But we're going to start standing on the left foot. We're going to do tree, grabbing the right ankle and seeing if you can get that foot to lock. You could hold it there. You could put it on the front if you prefer. Lots of options. Hands to the heart or all the way up. And we're going to stay here, breathing. You're welcome to stay in any of these poses if they feel real right to you. So I'm going to blast through a few more. We're going to bring that right leg out in front. The left hand's going to grab the right knee, other hand on the hip. We're going to stay here. I'm going to engage that right foot, pulling the toe towards the shin. You could reach back, you could look back, you could grab the big toe, extend the leg, stand up tall and breathe. Keep the foot up for warrior three, hands to the heart center. We're going to come forward, trying to make a big capital letter T with the body. And Ardha Chandrasana, left hand down, right arm up. Totally optional, switching the hands. Great. Let's stand, step it out, shake it out. We're going to give it a moment. All right, let's stand on the right foot. And we begin with a tree again. All right, bring that knee out in front. Right hand grabs that knee, other hand on the hip. Let's do a mirror of what you did on the other side. I'm going to reach back for myself. Keep that foot up, hands to the heart center. Or warrior three, there's lots of hands. You can do free fall, you can do Superman. We're going to stay here a little bit. And right hand down, left arm up, Ardha Chandrasana. And switching the hands. And let's stand. Feet about the distance of the hips, toes slightly splayed. We're coming down into a squat, elbows into the legs, hands in prayer. We got a few breath length of time if anyone wants to do crow or headstand. Otherwise, I'm staying in the squat. That's lengthened up through the back. We're going to take several breaths here. This pose, the squat's great for your low back, and so is the next little sequence we're going to do that's connected to this, but let's hang out a little longer. All right, hands in prayer straight forward, and then we're coming all the way up to the ceiling, lengthen up, lifting the heart to the fingers, back down, hands straight forward, and then all the way up again, all the way up to the ceiling, lifting. And back down, hands straight forward. And one more time, all the way back up. You could arch here if you want, lifting the heart. And then we're going to come back down. We're coming to hands and knees. Knees are 2 fists apart, hips above the shoulders. I'm sorry. All my parts are mixed up today. Hips above the knees, shoulders above the wrists. We're going to do cat-cow, let the belly drop down, looking up third eye. As you breathe out, we're going to arch the back, and we're going to keep moving and breathing. Cat-cow is a pose that you might want to close your eyes. Cat-cow comes from Kundalini, but the rapid movement could make you dizzy if the eyes are open. It's your choice. Good. Back to center. We're going to look over the right shoulder and see the tail. And then please to the other side. Excellent. Back to center. Point the right heel straight back, lifting that leg and a knee off the mat, and reach the left arm, handshake or palm down straight forward. We're going to take a few breaths here. We're going to stay up. You could stay like this or bend the right leg, grabbing the right foot with the left hand, arching up, looking third eye. Great. Put it all down. Other side, left heel reaching back, right hand reaching forward. We'll stay here again, breathing. And you could bend that leg, grabbing the foot, arching up, third eye, knee pointing straight back and then straight up. Good. Drop that all down. Right foot, top of the mat, arms straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to bring that right foot a little further forward, and we're going to breathe here. And let's bring those hands down on the inside. Right hand right next to the right foot, left hand under the shoulder there. You could stay there. You could try to put the elbows down. You could get towards that, or they could actually go down maybe. We're going to breathe, keeping that right leg pulling against the ribs and the shoulder area. Let's do the other side. Right knee back, left foot to the top. Arms are straight up again. We'll take a few breaths here. And then back down on the inside again. And again, we try to mirror what we did on the other side. It's not always easy. Sometimes one side is tighter and sometimes one side stays tighter because we're like right-handed or left-handed. So just be cool with what you got and keep on breathing. Great. Back to hands and knees. We're going to turn the right hand into face the left. I'm going to tell you something. When I slide this left hand through, I do end up moving the right hand about a ½ inch away further out. And you can see me do that if you like, but left hand reaches through. When I come down on the shoulder, just feels a little better to get the elbow over the wrist. And then I push that right hand on the mat, inducing that twist, which often cracks my back. And I stay like that with the pressure being the right hand pushing on the mat. But you could bring that right hand up, come around, grabbing the shirt in the pocket of the leg. And we're going to stay here. Let's come back up and we'll do the other side. So we'll turn that left hand in, feed the right arm through. And then I do that little adjustment. I pull that hand a little further out. I push the hand then on the ground. And again, you could stay here or come up around the back, whatever you did on the other side. Back up to center, hands top of the mat. Let's step back, top of push-up. We're on our way to pigeon, tight core, tight legs, lower down, up dog, third eye, and down dog. From down dog, we are going to hold that right leg up. If you bend that leg, opening up through the hip, keeping the armpit down, and throw that shin top of the mat. Scoot the left leg back, lift the heart to the ceiling. Hands are already down. Forearms down is all right. Head down. And we're going to breathe here. All right, hands down again. We're stepping back, top of push-up. You could shake that right leg if you like. Top of push-up, nice and tight. We lower down, up dog, down dog, and left foot up. And you could bend that left leg if you like. And throw that shin top of the mat, scoop the right leg back, lift the heart, and we come on down. We're going to stay here. All right, one more time, hands top of the mat. Let's step back. Lower and drop. Up dog. And down dog. And let's sit down. And yeah, we're going to straddle the legs out. We're going to breathe in, reach up the center. Going to breathe out, fold to the right toes. Then back up and then down to the left toes. And every out breath on the downward fold, and we're going to go over and over. Excellent. Touch the ceiling. And then bring the arms down. We're bringing the soles of the feet together. Bring those feet in pretty tight. Left hand grabs the small toes, right hand on top. Try to sit up tall and imagine your back against the wall behind you. Pull the shoulders back and down. Pull the core in and up. You're welcome to butterfly the legs. And that's forward fold, pushing the elbows against the legs, trying to put the sternum on the big toes. Pulling the shoulder blades a bit back together. We're going to breathe here. Good, back up. Let's put the legs out in front for a moment, shake them around a little bit. And then we're gonna take the right heel under the left hip. So you see the foot's gonna stick mostly out, so it's only the heel. And then that right knee is pointing straight forward. Left foot comes outside. That's a lot for some of us. And you're totally welcome to stay right there. If you like, right hand grabs the left shoelaces and pulls back, trying to get the knees stacked. Keep the feet rooted. If you want to put the fingertips on the mat and lunge a little forward, it'll adjust the knees so they sit a little closer to right over each other. You reach the right arm up, grab the elbow or come around the back. We're going to breathe here, sitting up tall, staring straight forward. Remember, any of those places that I stopped, you can go back to, or you could stay there or have stayed there. All right, let's unwind it all. And then we're going to do the other side. Left heel under the right hip. left knee pointing straight forward. Right foot on the outside. You could stay there, sitting up tall. You could take the left hand and grab the shoelaces and pull back. So my knees definitely don't go into place on this one. So I'm going to keep the feet rooted, put the fingers down, lunge a bit forward, quite a bit closer. Still, there's a little gap there. Left arm up, down the back, we grab the elbow. We look straight forward and breathe. All right, unwind all of that. Put the legs out in front. We shake them around a little bit. Let's put the hands behind us. We're going to reverse plank. So fingers are pointing towards the toes. We're going to point the toes. The shoulders are over the wrists. We lift the hips and look at the ceiling. Excellent. Back down. We're going to bend the right leg. Hug that leg in pretty close. The left toes point up to the ceiling. Left arm grabs right leg. Right hand behind you. Pull the right shoulder back. Gently look back. You could also put the elbow outside. And we're going to stay here and breathe. Let's do the other side. Right leg out, left sole in, right arm grabs the leg, hand behind you. We sit up tall. You can put the elbow outside if you like. And we're going to breathe here. Go figure. Sitting up tall, breathing in the nose, looking at the wall. Good. Back to center. Both legs bent. Here we go with the core. Arms under the legs. Roll back onto the tail. It's really tempting. I could stay right here. You could also. Or let go. Lock the shoulders back. Look at the feet. Breathing in the nose. You could straighten the legs. You can bring the hands and third eye to the toes. If this is getting really easy for you, intertwine the fingers. Hands behind the back. Elbows behind the back of the head. Elbows pointing out and away. Go across the legs, grab the shins, sit up really tall. We'll take a couple breaths in this nice sitting up tall, resting. Good, number 2 of 5, back up, please, your choice, lots of options. Cross the legs, sit up tall. Back up, number 3. Cross the legs, sit up really tall. We'll take a couple breaths here. Good, up again, number 4. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And number 5, here we go. Very nice. Hug the knees in and then lie back. The legs are just parallel on this one. You're gonna take the forearms and grab the shins and bring the nose up to your knee and pull those shins way down. You could really, I don't know if I could pull them any harder. So you can't overdo it is the point. Excellent. Feet down, feet flat, feet on knees, 2 fists apart, and longest finger almost touches the heel. We're going to lift the hips. If you lift the hips, then tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers, push the arms down, hips up. You're welcome to do Urdhva Dhanurasana if you like. We're going to take several breaths here, if not more. Good. Back down. Hug the knees in again. And we're going to go upside down. We're going to do plow first, kicking the feet up and over the head, legs in the direction of straight. Hands can be on the back or intertwine fingers with the arms down. Today, I'm keeping mine on the back. We're going to take a good 5 breath here. And if your hands are not on the back, place them there now and lift the feet straight up into the sky. Heavy shoulders, heavy elbows, head, only light weight on the head. Try and put as much weight in the shoulders and elbows as you can. Bend the legs, bring the knees down towards the ears. Reach back, grab the soles of the feet, and lower yourself into dead bug. Dead bug, the knees are in the armpits, soles of the feet up to the ceiling. We rock around. While we are rocking around, if you want to think about if you have a rope or a belt or a strap laying around, because I think we're going to do that last bit. I got to crawl back to get mine in a moment. But for now, just staying in dead bug, thinking about how close that might be and whether or not we need it. Great. So we're going to lay down flat, and I'm going to get my rope back here. I'll show you how to do it without the rope as well. So without the strap, we lift the left foot and just grab behind the back of the leg, trying to keep the shoulder mostly down. If you're very flexible, you could take the peace fingers and grab the big toe, so the leg has to come way down towards your face. Otherwise, I like the strap quite a bit on the foot, so left hand holding the strap on the left foot. And we're going to stay here a little bit. Let that leg fall out to the left as you reach out and look to the right. Back to center, switch hands on the foot or the strap, and let that leg fall over to the right as you reach out and look to the left. Great, back to center. Just hands up the back of the leg towards the heel and nose towards the knee, doing your best to hold the right leg locked on the floor. Excellent, let that down. Let's bring the right leg up. We know all the options, excuse me, already. Just take a moment here, get it set up. And here we go, breathing right in the pose. Part one. Let that leg fall out to the right as we look to the left, reaching out to the left. Back up to center, switch hands on the foot of the strap, let that leg come on over to the left as we reach out and look to the right. Good, back up to center, just hands up towards the heel, nose towards the knee. All right, put it back down, knees up into the chest, arms out like a T. We're going to take a breath in as we breathe out, let the knees fall to the right. As you look to the left, you could put the right hand on top of the legs if you like. And back up to center and over to the other side. Back to center, hug the knees into the chest. Thank yourself for coming out. And then let's lay down and drift. Let the shoulders, tell the shoulders you don't got to get up. Let the breath return to normal. Sink down into the earth. You're welcome to stay lying down as long as you like. If you want to finish out with this though, you can move the fingers and toes a little bit and the wrists and the ankles. And then reach the hands over the top of your head, toes to fingers long as you can get, and pull the core down and hold that stretch and the core down. Great. Roll yourself up to a seated position, however you can sit comfortably. We're going to bring the hands to the heart center, rubbing them together, making a nice fire. All right, and then arms all the way up like a big funnel. We're going to take a breath in through the nose as much as we can get. We're going to breathe in more through the mouth. More if you can fit it. Hold the breath, tighten the core, tighten the legs, lift the floor, and let it all out. You're living your dream, don't miss it. Namaste. It's DanielOverberger.com. You can find links to my Venmo and PayPal there. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And